Commence round of 8. So after the first 6 rounds went by with nary a hitch until the very end, we're finally in the round of 8. This one's against Han Solo. He did beat me round 2, so I have to feel like I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage, but all that's out the window. This is the playoffs, where if you lose, you're out, you win, you stay in. Tangrowth is just going to do its normal opening stuff. I know he's going to stay in with Swampert. I know he's going to go to his best sleep fodder. I know he knew I was going for sleep there. And I hit the Plzkthx, which is fine. I know he's got a Celebi, so I'm not going to go for Leech Seed. I'm going to switch out into my Aerodactyl, which is my best Celebi hitter. I can probably kill it with Sky Attack, but I know I can't land Sky Attack because he has a few Steel types. I can't hit a Metagross with that. I honestly expected Swampert to come back in, so I went for Taunt, so it couldn't set up rocks, but hitting this Metagross with Taunt is just fine all the same. So my best thing to take hits from Metagross is Empoleon, times 4 resist one of his stabs, times 2 resist the other stab, and I'm just going to go for Roar because I know he's going to go to his best thing for taking Empoleon right off the bat. This time, however, I'm not going to go for Roar, I'm going to go for Surf because I'm going to be able to hit this Metagross very, very hard. Look at that, it did like 50%, which is awesome. I knew he'd stay in because most people stay in expecting a second Roar, but not me, He's a mash raise, big deal, he's going to switch out. He got 2 out of 3 in the first game too, so he's getting pretty lucky with those. But I'm going to go for an Aqua Ring on the next turn because I know he's going to go to something else. He's not going to go to Swampert, he's going to go to something better. And I know my Empoleon can handle Celebi if I'm in Torrent, but I don't really want to do that yet because I need Empoleon at a bit higher HP to deal with the rest of his stuff. So I roar him into Plzkthx, which is, I know he's going to burn a turn of sleep, so I can go to Arrow, set up my rocks, and pretty much go for there. Now my roars are going to be somewhat meaningful. So I'm expecting him to expect Taunt here and go for an attack, so I'm going to go to Tangrowth, which resists both of his stabs with massive defense. So it's a very good switch, and I can times 4 hit him. But I also don't really intend to go for that move. Actually, I do. I think I go for Giga Drain. Yes, I do. I go for Giga Drain simply because there's nothing else I really wanted to do. I know if Celebi comes in, it can potentially Psychic me, but I can just go to Cresselia, which is what I wound up doing, and I can get a T-Wave off on there. I know he's got Natural Cure, so it's not going to be a big deal, but it at least forces him out because I don't want this thing sitting in here. However, he expects Thunder Wave very nicely, goes to the Plzkthx, which is already statused, and he's going to burn another turn of sleep. So I want to let this thing wake up. I do not want this thing asleep. I want something better asleep. He wakes up after 2 turns. So that's very fair, I believe. And he Thunder Waves me. I just went for another Psychic because that's what I was supposed to do. I notice he's faster than me, so I'm going to fire off a T-Wave. And even though I go for a T-Wave, because we're both paralyzed, he's going to be still faster than me. So I don't really want to stay in here against Paraflinch, but I also don't want to go to something else and get paralyzed because he expects it. So I'm just going to stay in for one more turn of Psychic, and then this turn I'm going to try and Moonlight, even though it's against Paraflinch. Try Moonlight, maybe Moonlight. No, it doesn't happen. I get flinched, which is to be expected. So this turn I'm going to do Arrow as he gets paralyzed. I don't know if that was a T-Wave, I don't know if that was an Air Slash, or I don't know if it was a Roost, hell. But either way, Arrow's in here just fine, and I miss. I miss Stone Edge. Would have done a little bit, but I ain't too mad about that. If I'm going to miss it against anything, I'd rather miss that one. However, I'm not really sure what he wants to go for, so I went to Cresselia because I'm going to try and heal up. I was expecting rocks to come up. I wanted to get in before rocks. But then he waterfalls me, and I get paralyzed on my heal, and oh my god, that pretty much killed my Cresselia, and I thought, oh my god, this game is pretty much over, because Cresselia is my only thing that can really effectively take hits from his Heatran, and that was huge. Now in comes Plzkthx, to dodge a sleep or something. I missed it. And I'm going to go to Arrow again. I double switched to Arrow. That's right. Plzkthx came in. I double switched to Arrow. And I'm going to go for Stone Edge against whatever wants to come in. And because of that damage that it did, it looks like I wouldn't have been able to 3-hit KO it anyway. And I'm pretty sure he's got a Citrus Berry regardless. So the first Stone Edge miss totally did not really have any kind of relevance to the game. He's already got his rocks up, so I'm going to go to Tangrowth, because Tangrowth is my best thing to handle Swampert, as usual, and I'm going to get something to sleep at this point, and I hit his Heatran with sleep, which is, oh my god, amazing, because Heatran is probably the best thing to get asleep at this point. I'm going to go for a Leech Seed this turn, just in case he wanted to stay in, because I know that Heatran has sub, and I don't want him staying in, waking up, and having a substitute up, but no, he can come Celebi as he heal bells, and he heal bells as I go to Empoleon, so at this point I'm going to try and roar him out one time, just to see what's up. I roar him out into Metagross. Metagross can't stand against me. I guess I got lucky that Metagross came in and not something better. But, whatever, that's the way it happened. I'm going to set up an Aqua Ring now, and this is the point where I'm going to have to start stalling out this Celebi. I'm going to have to just start firing off Surfs. I'm eventually going to fall into Torrent, and I'm eventually going to... Like, I'm only going to be losing about 30 hit points every turn, simply because of Shell Bell recovery and Aqua Ring recovery. So, as soon as he knocks me into Torrent, like, I can handle him. He doesn't, like, unless he crits me, of course, but that's different. So, see, I'm at 155 right now. After Giga Drain, it takes me down to about to 80. About 88, which is flashing on the screen. Surf hits it. Shell Bell recovery, and then Aqua Ring recovery takes me up to 122, I believe. So I lost 33 hit points. And eventually he's going to have to rest, and once he rests, he either has to switch out, or he has to stay in and let me hit him all the while recovering while he doesn't get recovery with Giga Drain. So I'm perfectly fine with sitting in here all day long. I'm pretty sure he's going to rest this turn, and then he's going to switch out to something. However, I don't really care what he switches into. Nothing on his team can really take a Torrent-boosted Surf, except the Celebi, of course. So, I'm perfectly, just absolutely fine with staying in and hitting whatever wants to come in with a nice, powerful move. I believe he decides that his Uxie is the best thing to take a hit, which is probably correct. It actually doesn't take that much at all, so... it's not resisted, but, you know, it's an Uxie, so what do you expect? And I'm not really sure what he wants to go for. I'm not really sure what his plan is, because Celebi's natural cured, so obviously he's not going to heal Bell, but then he goes for Yawn, and here I'm like, this is my chance. I have to go to Cresselia right freaking now. He's either going to Suicide Yawn or go for Psychic. Well, not Suicide, but, you know, like take a hit and go for a second Yawn to make sure something falls asleep. Or he's going to go for Psychic, and I figured 42 HP, I can probably live a Psychic. He does Yawn. I'm already paralyzed, so... That's totally irrelevant, and I have to get my heal, have to get my heal, got it! Yes! Got my heal. That was so huge. You don't even want to know how huge that was, but that was amazing. In comes Heatran. I know it's going to sub, but I don't really care. I want to heal. And right here, I absolutely 100% should go to Impulse. Well, no, I shouldn't. I should go to somewhere, but I'm just... I want to go to Lucario, because I know he's got Will-O-Wisp, but I do have a Rossberry on that thing. Also sub, but I'm just too afraid of him having a fire move that isn't Will-O-Wisp. I don't really... Like, he's got sub, Flash Cannon, Will-O-Wisp, and his last is probably a fire move, so... I'm expecting it to be Fire Blast, and I don't want Lucario to get O-Code. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. So I'm just really scared. I don't really know what to do. Empoleon's tempting, but if I do that, then I can't beat his Celebi with it. Because the burn just takes away too much from my recovery, and he kills me easily. Flash Cannons are critting and getting Spec D drops, though, so I can't stay in with Cresselia all day, because I'm not going to break his sub. I'm eventually going to get paralyzed, but I got to do something. Like, it is on my shoulders. I have to do something. His Flash Cannon just got a crit there, and I'm going to heal up this turn. He's still got a sub up, which I can't believe. And there's the Spec D drop, so now I absolutely can't stay in, because they're just going to be doing too much. Like, they were doing about a quarter before, and now they're going to be doing, like, more than that. They're going to be doing about a third, so I just can't. I decided in the end to go to Empoleon, because I can _4 resist his moves. Like, I maybe live a Fire Blast, and maybe it'll miss, I don't know. But I'm just going to roar it out of there if I can. Obviously, he's going to be faster, so... Surfing would be stupid, and Will-O-Wisp missed. That was massive. That was so huge. Because now my Empoleon can handle everything he's got, pretty much. He can't really kill it unless he Earthquakes me with Swampert, but getting Will-O-Wisp last time with on Arrow and Empoleon was really my downfall, so I'm really glad. I'm really grateful that I managed to live. So I missed a bunch of stuff. Plzkthx got roared in, it roosted, I roared it out again. Big deal. In comes Celebi, and Giga Drain is expected, but at this point, I feel like I'm going to need Empoleon to deal with, with Heatran, because, you know, it's a super effective move, and Celebi, it can be handled, Celebi can be the last Mon that he's got, and I can definitely kill it. So I'm going to Moonlight up with Cresselia. I'm going to try and get my hit points back, because I did lose 150 with that fruitless fight with the Heatran, where I didn't accomplish anything. So I'm going to try and get my health back again. I'm going to T-Wave the Celebi just to force it to switch, and I'm surprised I'm not getting paralyzed. I'm very grateful I'm not getting paralyzed, but Very surprised nonetheless. He goes into Plzkthx, he has the natural cures out, and I get my final Moonlight up, and something's got to happen. Nothing is dead yet. It's about like 10 minutes into this battle, so, I'm just going to go to Arrow. I'm going to go for Stone Edge just to like try and kill this thing. Thank God he didn't Thunderwave there. If he Thunderwave there, like, I was in trouble. But he went for Roost. He decided he wanted hit points more, and I can probably Oko with Stone Edge at that point, so I'm just going to go for it. Hit the Swampert, doesn't really do a lot, and you know what? They say defense wins championships, but we're not in a championship yet. We're on the way to the championship, so we're just going to go for offense. Nothing's died yet. I'm just going to fire off the Sky Attack, kill the Swampert, even after that Citrus Berry boost. Pfft, get out of here. It's gone, and finally, something is dead. I'm hoping that maybe that'll help me in the end. It'll help me, like, just start the offensive momentum go my way. I know that Metagross has Bullet Punch, so I'm going to switch out to Tangrowth. Tangrowth can take pretty much anything he's got. Even, you know, even Empoleon would have been fine, but I'm just going to go for Sleep Powder, and it missed, and Meteor Mash missed, so thank God, like, we both missed. I would have been super, super pissed if Tangrowth had died there, but I might have actually been able to live. I don't know. Probably not, to be honest. It would have been close, though. So now I'm going to go for Leech Seed, or go for Giga Drain, expecting Celebi to come in just for some kind of, just for fun. That's what I went for. That's why I went for fun. He rests up now with Uxie, which I don't agree with. He really shouldn't have went to Uxie, but I guess he just wanted it healed, and I just go for Leech Seed. And because it's asleep, I know he's going to want a Heal Bell, so I'm expecting Celebi to come in. So this is my chance. I'm going to go to Kingdra. I'm going to try and swing some more offensive momentum around my way. Celebi does in fact come in, and I'm just going to DD. I know that I can probably... No, I'm going to go Arrow. Right, I went to Arrow so I can go for Stone Edge, force him to kill me, and then I go to Kingdra and DD up. Stone Edge hits, thank God. And he goes for Psychic just to kill me. He knows he can't take 2 hits, and like I could have. He doesn't want me charging up my Sky Attack either, so he had to kill me at that point. And now I'm going to go to Kingdra, set up my DD. He goes for Heal Bell, which I do not agree with in the slightest, because he only had 2 turns of sleep, and he really couldn't afford to let me set up this DD. And now, honestly, it's just time to Outrage. Heatran is half dead, so it probably can't even take 1, because he's definitely an offensive set. He's probably got a lot of speed and special attack and less HP in defense. And Metagross is almost dead. It could probably take 1, but it wouldn't live with very much, and like, what's it going to do? Bullet Punch? So he decides Uxie is his best thing to take a hit, which it doesn't do very well. He fires off Yawn, yes, which makes sense, because it'll put me to sleep, but it also costs him his Uxie, which would have been very handy, because I can't really kill it with... Well, Lucario can't handle it with close combat, and getting that thing out of the way is massive. So now there's only one more wall that really I'm afraid of, and that's his Celebi, so I just... Oh, no, Celebi's dead, never mind. He's just got this Plzkthx left, which... He went for T-Wave, and then he went for Air Slash, which I think... Did Air Slash miss? No, he went for T-Wave, it didn't work. I wake up after 1 turn, get a Waterfall off. I really wish I had Outrage, because he lives with, like, nothing. And he's going to go to Wish Off. I'm going to hit myself in Confusion, which, like, it's only fair. It's going to let him Thunderwave me, which, hey, it's... I did get a lot of hacks on him, so I'll take that 50% chance any day. He does Wish Up, and he gets up back to full. Air Slash hits... I don't think he missed. He went for, I'm just talking to my ass. And it's just time to Outrage again. I figured he'd just kill me. Like, if he killed me, Lucario just comes in, close combats, kills it. If he didn't kill me, like, I've got a pretty good chance to break through Confusion, because I've been confused like 4 or 5 turns that turn. And I got a pretty good chance to break through Paralysis, because it's only 25% chance, so I just went for Outrage. He does in fact kill me this turn, and now it's just Lucario's sweep time, so I'm going to hit the Plzkthx, it's going to die, and then he's going to bring in something else to die, and then he brings in Metagross, which could potentially crit Bullet Punch me, so I decided to, yeah, not risk it. So in comes Heatran's going to die, I'm faster, definitely. And Empoleon, MVP, Empoleon's going to finish the game off, so... Oh my god, that was an incredible game. We were just dancing around each other for like 10 minutes, and then I threw out a Sky Attack, which just started which was the beginning of the end, to be brutally honest. Yeah, it was an incredible game, Han. I'm sorry about your luck. I'm sorry that you had to go out this way, but that's just the way it happened. That's the way the cookie crumbles. And moving on to the next round. Next round's against Makar, and it's a doozy of a game as well. lots of prediction because we both knew each other's team, and it was just so good. So be sure to stick around for that one, and I'm waiting for the end to pop up right here so I can close it up properly. So Han may have shot first, but at the end of the day, I don't know, Han Solo didn't die in Star Wars, so there's really no good analogy for this, but see you next time, guys.